Ever noticed a pattern where you attract people who seem emotionally deep at first, but later turn out to be manipulative, self-absorbed, and somehow always the victim? Yeah, that's not a coincidence. Your nervous system is subconsciously selecting partners and friends that feel familiar, even if familiar is dysfunctional. So let's break this down. Why do you attract narcissists, and how do they use fake vulnerability to get inside your head? We're going deep, with neuroscience, trauma theory, and just a touch of sarcasm. 1. The familiarity trap. Your brain craves what it knows. Let's start here. Your brain doesn't want what's healthy. It wants what's predictable. Thanks to a lovely brain function called prediction error minimization, your nervous system is constantly trying to reduce surprises. It does this by favoring familiar emotional experiences, even if those experiences are chaotic or painful. So if you grew up with inconsistent love, emotional withdrawal, or had to earn approval through performance, guess what feels safe now? Someone who love bombs you, pulls away, then blames you for needing too much. Sound familiar? Narcissists feel like home to a nervous system wired for instability. 2. Empaths and faunas. Why you're a narcissist magnet. If you're hyper-attuned to others' emotions, congratulations, you're probably an empath. And narcissists love empaths. Why? Because empaths default to connection, even when boundaries are being violated. Neuroscience explains this through mirror neurons. Your brain literally lights up in sync with another person's pain. But here's the problem. Narcissists use that sensitivity against you. They fake emotional wounds, and your brain responds as if it were real. Even worse, many empaths have a fawning response, a trauma-based behavior where they appease to avoid rejection. This creates a perfect storm. You feel responsible for their healing, they feel entitled to your energy, and just like that, you're bonded to someone who is incapable of actual intimacy. 3. The oxytocin trap. Your brain's trust. Chemical is being hacked. Oxytocin is the neurochemical responsible for trust and bonding. It's released during eye contact, storytelling, shared pain, or intimacy. Narcissists exploit this by telling you trauma stories way too early. Within minutes, you're thinking, this person really trusts me. Nope, they're just good at triggering your oxytocin, and once your brain's oxytocin loop is engaged, it suppresses your amygdala's threat detection and prefrontal logic. Now, red flags feel like red carpets. 4. You confuse intensity for intimacy. If you're used to emotional chaos, then drama feels like connection. Narcissists love to move fast. They overshare. They idealize you. They call you their soulmate in week 2 and your nervous system. It responds with a dopamine spike, the same reward chemical activated by gambling or addiction. That's right, you're getting addicted to the person who's about to destroy your peace. This is what neuroscientists call intermittent reinforcement, inconsistent reward paired with emotional withdrawal. It's the same cycle that keeps gamblers at slot machines and empaths in toxic relationships. 5. Why you ignore the red flags. Cognitive dissonance. Once you've emotionally invested, your brain works to justify the connection, even when things get weird. This is known as cognitive dissonance. You think, but they were so vulnerable at first. They said they've never felt this way before. Maybe they're just wounded. Number, you're being played, and your brain is stuck trying to make sense of two opposing truths. This person seems broken and honest, but their actions are selfish and cruel. That confusion? That's the trap, and narcissists thrive in it. 6. You were trained to fix people, not choose healthy ones. This one's tough. Many people who attract narcissists were raised to overfunction emotionally. They were the peacemakers, the go-betweens, the mini-therapists. Over time, your brain starts associating love with labor. If it's easy, you don't trust it. If it's intense, painful, and dramatic, your nervous system thinks, real love. Narcissists benefit from this because they demand attention, compassion, and constant ego maintenance, without ever giving the same in return. You weren't born to attract narcissists. You were trained to normalize emotional imbalance. So why do you keep attracting narcissists? Because your nervous system was wired by early emotional experiences to confuse pain with connection and performance with love. But here's the good news. Neuroplasticity is real. You can retrain your brain to recognize emotional safety, not emotional adrenaline. You can build boundaries, you can stop mistaking pity for intimacy, and you can rewire your worth from the inside out. You deserve connection that doesn't feel like walking on eggshells. If you like the video, like and subscribe.